Ah, well, I'm here, like as promised. I thought I'd take advantage of me being doing the first half at home. I'm on my lunch break, um, and then I've got to go into the office. So I'm all doing around the houses at the moment. Um, so yeah, I thought I'd take advantage while I'm on my lunch break of the natural light. Because as you guys know, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I need a damn lamp here. That's what I need. Anyway, it's your boy Chris from Guna Eagle, depressed as fuck. Uh, watched that diabolical game yesterday, and I shit you not, I was damn near in tears. I really was. More because I guess I've had my pain now. I'm almost going through the cycle of every Arsenal fan from season. Um, at first, there's this massive bout of anger where you just don't understand it. You question why the fuck you even support this team. You just throw out angry question after angry question after angry question. Um, and now you're kind of just in the state of maybe we're never destined to do this again, especially under Wenger. Um, I'm at the point now where I'm just numb to it all. Um, I'm so disappointed. In a way, this is a worse season than it was last year. Because last year we didn't have that fucking dick tease of a title. We didn't have, you know, uh, I just feel it's a worse season. I feel it's a more disappointing season because we were set up for a massive fall. And on top of all of that shit, you know, like any logical football fan, I would have thought that if Chelsea are fucking up, Man City are fucking up, United are fucking up, that surely that leaves that means that we are right there to take advantage of any further fuck ups. But oh no, Arsenal can't fucking do that. We can't do that. We can't be seen to actually do something correctly. Oh man, I'm so angry and disappointed, and I feel like I just feel so bitter and numb to it all. I think that's what, to me, is probably the most telling thing about it all. I think it's how numb I feel about the whole thing. Um, well, we are where we are. I guess I've got to do some sort of review. Um, so I watched the match yesterday, and for me, it was a really disappointing match to watch because, you know, I watched the first half and I just thought, you know what, we're not going to win this game. I turned to my mate at the time and I said, we're not going to win this game. He said, no, there's plenty of time, there's plenty of time. It's just the first half. I said, listen, I know my team, we're not going to win this game. I know the way we operate, we're not going to win this game. And then, you know, you could just tell. I mean, to just go through the whole match ratings side of things, you know, from no, I don't feel Ospina did that much wrong. I don't think he had much for hope with either of the goals. And he wasn't really called upon until those goals, really. I'd give him a 6. I don't think he did much wrong. Um, Chambers was in place. He did okay. Um, there was one chance in the first half which really annoyed me. Just think to yourself, you had so much time. All you needed to do was just show a little composure and pick somebody out. Um, and he panicked and he got to the byline and just crossed it, almost blindly crossed it, whipped it in, and the keeper just scooped it up. And it was just like, just things like that. You just need a little composure, and you just feel like Bellerin, as especially in that attacking third, where had that composure. So I'll give him a 6. Mertesacker, barely saw him. But I don't particularly feel he was at fault. Well, no, I was going to say it wasn't their fault for the goal, but the first goal, even before it got to Ighalo, he missed a key header that you would expect someone of his height, never mind of his experience and supposed capability, of his height, to make that clearance before it even gets to Ighalo. 5. I think that's been generous. Gabriel, 4. I'm sorry. Ighalo, I would have had more sympathy had it been someone like Deeney. Deeney's a tank of a man. But it's fucking Ighalo. Like, really? How the hell are you going to get turned by Ighalo? You got held off and then turned like a bitch. 4. Just pathetic. 4. Gibbs, I didn't think did too much wrong. 6. In the middle, Coquelin I thought was missing for most of the match. I didn't particularly see him. Made a couple of decent interceptions, but that was about it. 5 for me. I don't think he did anything that special. Probably a bit. Some people might see that as a bit harsh. I personally don't think he did anything that memorable. Al Nene, I thought did better. Got on the ball a lot, tried to make things happen. Turning into a good player, I think. Al Nene, 6.5. Joel Campbell on the right, I thought was by far our best player. Try to probe on the right hand side, try to create something, do something, open them up, do something. Faded towards the second half, and I could definitely see why he was substituted. The first half, I thought he did well. Probably should have had a goal or two. 7. On the other side, Sanchez, worst game I've seen him play. In my opinion, I had this conversation with my mate because Arsenal fans seem to have this attitude of "thou shalt not criticize Sanchez." Fuck that. If he's playing badly, I will tell you he's playing badly, and he was playing badly. For me, I'm struggling to even think of one good thing that he did. There were so many times where he had an opportunity to just cushion it down to Giroud or to just a simple pass to Ozil, and he just overplays and over dribbles. It pisses me off, to be honest. And and sometimes it's about time where people need to call him out when he fucks up. So I'm calling him out. Worst game I've seen Sanchez play. 4 out of 10. Ozil fucked up heavily for the second goal. But until then, I thought he was okay. Tried to make things happen. I mean, it must be frustrating for someone like Ozil because he is predominantly a creative player. So when things don't come off, you must just think, well, what the fuck? What is the point then? Because there was just zero, and I'm coming to Drew, but there was zero movement up front for him. So he must just. It's a position. I mean, for me, there's no excuse of not working hard and not being switched on at all times. And if you give the ball away, work hard to get it back, which is something Ozil doesn't do, which is what pisses people off. But on the flip side, sometimes I can't blame him. When you're trying and trying and trying, and there's just zero movement from people. You're like, well, what the fuck? What am I doing this for? I will be flabbergasted if he's still with us next season. Um, for me personally, I'd give Ozil a 6. Um, and Giroud, Mr. Lampers. Oh man, in my opinion, there's two players which I would like additional players other than the three that have been touted that I would like Wenger to get rid of, just straight up get rid of, is Mertesacker and it's Giroud. And I'll tell you why with Giroud. I understand that he serves a purpose, but for me, he's not world class. Now, yes, there is a shortage of world class strikers out there. Me personally, part of me is never completely forgiven Wenger for letting Higuain go to Napoli in the first place. And I'm going to do a separate video on what I think about Wenger and his future and where he goes from here. But I just think in times like this, where you need something to happen, you just can't rely on this man. You can't. And he's not going to go and sit on the bench now. The motherfucker's nearly 30. So I think we'd be best served, particularly if there's lots of talk of us bringing in Ibrahimovic, which even if it's for a fucking year, bring his old ass in. You know, for no other reason other than he will shake his arrogance alone. I find it funny. I used to get angry at it. Now I find it funny. His arrogance alone will shake that, and that's what that dressing room needs. It needs somebody to just grab it by the neck and wake the fuck up. Because he ain't gonna put up with that shit. I'm telling you that for free. He ain't gonna put up with that shit. And it needs that. It needs someone to just grip it by the neck and just wake it the fuck up. And that's more than his goal scoring record. That's kind of why I'm hoping he comes in. Free transfer, even if it's for a year, 18 months, whatever. Just give it. Give him the damn contract. Pay him his 250, whatever. Whatever. Call it make it like a transfer fee. Whatever. Write it off like it's a transfer fee. Bring him in, because it might just wake these fuckers up, and then PSG themselves will be after a striker after letting him go. They can fucking take Giroud off our hands. Take Giroud's rascal off our hands. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'll be honest. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. But yeah, 3 out of 10, just anonymous throughout the game, and anything that did come to him just bounced straight back off him. For me, he's a good striker, but he's not a striker to rely on. And unfortunately, we're in a situation where we have to rely on people at the moment. You know, Welbs made an instant impact as soon as he came on. 7 out of 10. Scored a goal. Should have been the man that we should have started with in the first place. Provided us the movement that Giroud was not. 7 out of 10. I personally, me and my mate have massive debates about this all the time. I personally think that Welbeck is a useful striker. I really do. I really do, because even if he's not going to score, he's not a natural finisher. But what he will give you is he'll work hard and he'll run and run and run. And in a team that relies on movement, for me, that's more important than what Giroud does. Giroud used to be good at movement. I don't know if it's old age. I don't know if it's arrogance. I don't know if he's just watching his well-styled hairdo. I don't know what it is. But he's not cutting it. So yeah, I'm just in a point now where I'm just shrugging my shoulders, because I don't really know what to say. I really don't. I don't know what to say, what to do, how to approach this whole subject anymore. I feel so tired and depressed about Arsenal at the moment. I just, even on Twitter, I'm just retweeting. I'm not even moaning and bitching anymore. Yeah, I'm just watching people like DT have constant rows with people, or Clive and his philosophical tweets. Yeah, I know they're massive range. From Clive to DT to Mems to anybody that I follow, Amanda to Robbie to Claude. No, I just you just laugh and just what can you say? But for me, most importantly, I'm just mourning in the state of mourning Arsenal's season. I guess that's what my next video will be about. It'll be about mourning Arsenal season. Really, because I might as well do my end of season review now, and just more to the point, what do we do now? Like, where do we go from here? What future do we have with Wenger? What future do we have without him? So it'll be quite a detailed, long, lengthy video, but I hope you guys tune in. Do follow me on Twitter, Bruno Eagle Eye. You'll see my ugly mug on there. Do subscribe, please do. Try and spread the word as much as possible, trying to get this channel out there. And I feel all your pain, Gooners. I feel all your pain. I really do. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, take care, people.